There, fellow brothers and sisters. It's more love back at it again with a positive message that will be delivered to you with lots of passion and immense courage. Well, nowadays I don't entertain others, but out of pure respect, blessed day or night to you and yours. So before I commence this next session, I would like you to ask yourself this one question. What is the purpose of living if the purpose of living is not to become your greatest version? Well, while you prepare your confession, I'm here to raise our vibrations because I, more love to inspire and edify. So I named this piece, A Heavy Heart Can't Fly. And I'm sincerely hoping that when I'm through, it would have been informative as well as an inspiration to you. So without further ado, kindly know that everything henceforth is coming straight from Mo's heart space to you. So here goes. If it's one thing that I was really good at back in the day, is holding on to grudges. Like if someone did me wrong, switched on me, or took me for granted, being revengeful, hateful, and spiteful is what I believe was always warranted. But where did that get me? That's why, no, you see, I no longer hold on to any grudges, despite what anyone does to me. You know why? Because a heavy heart can't fly. Sometimes in your life, people, circumstances, and experiences will be sent your way to open up your eyes. Be grateful that you had the experience. It was necessary for your evolution. See every situation as a party and you're the host. And remind yourself that your reaction to the situation is what matters the most. There are way too many people walking around depressed, which all really means deep rest. I just feel that all they need is a reminder that they are not under arrest. We are an intelligent and limitless, walking, talking, priceless piece of art, molded uniquely and sculpted perfectly. With the revelation of this fact is why I be like, let it go, Mo, because a heavy heart can't fly. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Most folks never realize this truth because developing the skill to embrace fear and push through it is extremely rare. I struggled with this for some time solely because of a limited mindset, which barred me many times from achieving more because I was so worried about future events that didn't even occur yet. So my progress was delayed, leaving me only with memories that I would never forget. But as soon as I decided to allow fear to be my slave, I no longer feared anything, not even death. No wonder I felt like I was stuck in quicksand. Why? Because a heavy heart can't fly. It's extremely easy to talk about situations that you have never experienced with the hope that you will inspire someone. It's like you trying to lead a troop when you yourself has never even fired off a gun. However, seeing that I've been through hell and back, I can talk boldly about what it feels like to be under attack. When you've learned so many lessons from various people that you thought were real, leaving you wondering if those wounds would ever heal. Well, guess what? Those wounds will forever stay open if you never learn how to forgive. Truth is, folks will love you today and hate you tomorrow. But if you take that on, to no one would you ever have any love to give. And therefore you will always grieve, hence a sorrowful life you will definitely live. We all deserve better though. The sky is the limit, for sure. But you will never reach that high if on anger, hate, and regret you rely. Why? Because a heavy heart can't fly. I've realized that in order to soar to the sky, you can't live your life by the common approach, an eye for an eye. You'll only be harming yourself while slowly, painfully, and spiritually you die. Let me be the first to admit that forgiving someone after you've been deeply hurt is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Especially when you know that you would have crossed oceans for him or her, even if you had a life-threatening flu. But if you don't forgive them, who are you hurting? Well, what I do know for certain is that it's not them. So what I am really here asserting is basically, in order to really move onward and forward, you have to be willing to leave the past behind. I'm not saying that you have to forget, but just let it go. Move on and go on and enjoy the breathtaking sunset. Keep very few friends, but don't do this because you heard it from me. However, I dare you to prove the following statement to not be true. Not everybody you would be willing to go the extra mile for are equally willing to do the same for you. I've had to learn this painful lesson many times on many occasions, but when I see them today, I still greet them with a smile. You know why? Because a heavy heart can't fly. Be ever mindful that in life you will be betrayed, misused, and spitted on. But if you could respond via your heart space instead of allowing the experience to weigh you down like a ton, only then will you be able to rise again and avoid running into a dead end or even into your own coffin. I too have hurt folks during my lifetime, and I could only hope that they find it in their hearts to forgive. I know that I'm a different person today, and with this empowering mind state is how I choose to live. Realizing that I was at a different level of consciousness, hence I have made many mistakes and will make many more. But my mistakes do not define me. I choose to look at them as stepping stones to success. So every night you best believe that I'm having myself a peaceful night's rest. Negativity can only affect you if you're on the same frequency. So vibrate higher. You will make it to the wire, no Kanye West, but we all know that life is indeed a test of our character, our resilience, and our temperament. Yes, situations do vary, but we all have the ability to choose the way we want to approach every moment. So choose an approach that would nourish your soul and bring you the most fulfillment. Holding on to anything negative is a low vibrational decision. But listen, life is way too short to not choose love instead of division, to allow a mere mortal to make you lose sight of your vision. What's even more silly is channeling all your energy into a rational decision while excluding your own happiness out of the equation. I know what it feels like for folks to be ungrateful. When you think back of the sacrifices you made or would have been willing to make, and you're left ridiculously regretful. But remember that everybody you cross paths with along your journey was for a specific reason. Not only that, they were meant to be in your life for a specific time frame, meaning enjoy and embrace each and every moment. Life ain't no video game, ain't no restart button. Don't allow anybody or any circumstance to bother you while you be sleeping. Accept the fact that they were either a blessing or a lesson, and perhaps their friendship wasn't even anything worth keeping. When it's all said and done, don't hold on to anything. X all attachments. Hate less and love more. Judge way less and ensure that jealousy is something that you deeply abhor. So what if you made a bad decision and know you feel foolish? Be aware that is the lesson that you must now cherish. Once you learn from it, just smile and be gentle with yourself, man. At least the next time you encounter anything similar, you will now be more clever and even much stronger than Popeye the Sailor Man. Choo-choo. You can't expect to receive the blessings that are rightfully yours if you're walking around with a heavy heart, full of greed, jealousy, resentment, and anger. Waste of time. Throw all those things in the hamper and realize that no matter how hard you try, whoever told you that you can reach the summit while holding on to negative emotions sold you a big fat lie. Why? Because a heavy heart can't fly. Did you know that in ancient Kemet, they would weigh your heart against a feather? Yes, your heart. This is the law of my heart. Do your own research though, and remember, enlightenment is realizing how much you do not know. Let it go. Let it go. You deserve happiness and much, much more. Even if everyone turns their back on you, at least you know for sure that you still got you. Once you become a better you will attract those folks that will always stay true. And although those numbers are most often few, always remember that any amount more than one is still considered a crew. I've had to let go of many folks that I perhaps thought would have been in my life forever. But guess what? When they left and I lovingly let them go, it made room for new folks to enter. Yes, of course, the memories I will always remember, but life goes on. So on those memories, I refuse to ponder. So free your heart from anything that may be weighing you down. Consistently wear a smile instead of a frown. Why? Simply because a heavy heart can't fly. So let me get this straight. All the world really needs is more love and less hate. No fear, just faith. So journey on and walk uprightly and boldly with your crown. And always remember that your spiritual journey is an extremely personal one. Stay blessed and positive, fellow brothers and sisters. Love is the most powerful frequency there is. So I encourage you to spread love, embrace love, openly welcome love, because love never fails. Become your greatest version. Stay away from those distractions. And always remember to stay focused on your vision. You already know, it's more love. I'm out.